Hi, Ukraine. Here's something I painted in support of you, just to start off the video with. And I have a saying that goes with it. When you see a hummingbird, it's equal to getting a kiss from an angel. Ukraine, you've just been kissed. Now, I wanted to make this video to hopefully maybe say something to the Ukrainian people, to the Russian soldiers. I'm saying to the Ukrainian people, stand strong. If you're being forced to leave your home, leave no comfort for the Russian soldiers. Break every window in your house. If you don't want to set your house on fire, break every window in your house. Any food that you are not bringing with you, do the creative thing some of the people are. Pile it up and actually put poison into something that's in there. And maybe a couple of things in there. That way, it's not just, make it known between the people that there are certain things you will put poison in, and that way if Ukrainian citizens come upon it, they know what not to touch. But Russian soldiers won't. Burn any cloth, any clothes, any blankets, any sheets, any bedding, anything that can give the Russian soldiers comfort, burn it. If you can't take it with you, burn it before you leave. I know many of you won't understand what I'm saying, but please give this to somebody that can understand it. Another thing that I think should be done is I think with these soldiers that are not being claimed after they've died, these Russian soldiers, and now you're having these mass graves of Ukrainians. Bury the Russian soldiers on one aisle in a mass grave, the citizens in another. I know that, and make sure that you get their pictures off of social media, because I know that you're doing that. And when you're done doing that, plant the picture of the soldiers who are buried in that grave in front, and on the other side, plant the pictures of the citizens who have died, the women, the children, the babies. And on top of that grave, make a memorial. On the side of the citizens, make a memorial of many of the homes and the apartments that were bombed, showing them. But moreover, put in that memorial very prominently the theater that was bombed with the words children on it. And the maternity hospital that was bombed with the pregnant women in it who died later in that theater. Make that prominent. So whether the person speaks English or they speak Russian, they'll know what's there. On the Russian soldiers' side, where they're buried, place tanks, missile launchers, whatever, pointed towards that town. Make the symbolism clear as to who killed who. That way, when the family members come to to visit the Russian soldiers who are dead, whether they can understand Ukrainian or not. They can understand what happened. They can see what happened. And that their loved ones died for Putin's useless war against citizens. Let the world see that in the memorial. I know nobody from Ukraine will probably see this. I know you probably won't even understand what I'm saying. But please do know that you are loved. Please make sure the world don't forget for the rest of eternity. That's why the small-scale memorial over the graves of all these many people who are not getting the pleasure to be buried properly should serve as a message to everybody as to what happened in Ukraine. To all you people, by a cruel and heartless leader. And if you're a Russian soldier and you see this, lay down your weapon and turn yourself in. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to become a Ukrainian citizen and live a better life than what Russia has given you. Because Russia is throwing your life away. Ukraine does not belong to Russia. Kyiv does not belong to Russia. All these places that Russia has been trying to take, and if you think that if Putin gets that little area he wants, that he's going to stop, he's not. Just like when he took Crimea. He'll stop for a short while. But once he gets himself built back up, he'll come back after Ukraine. He will not be happy with anything less than the total destruction of Ukraine. That is what he wants. And every inch you give is another inch you give for him to succeed. Because if you take a look, he took Georgia, took a break for a couple of years. Then he took Crimea. He took a break for a couple of years. Now he's after Ukraine. The eastern or the western or whatever side he wants to try and get. And then he'll take a break for a couple of years. And then he'll go after more of it. And he'll keep picking at you until he gets what he wants. Don't let him have an inch of it. Make him give Crimea back. Make him give all that land back. Because he's not going to stop unless you get him out of there. Take your own land back. I hope you're blessed by God, Ukraine. I hope the angels stand over you to protect you. I hope your people come out with very few fatalities. I hope the soldiers from Russia start wising up and seeing what their leader is having them do. Because it's wrong. And they need to see it. Because the rest of the world does see it. And I hope the rest of the world isolates Russia from everybody else as long as Putin is alive. I hope Russia becomes a pariah for as long as Putin is alive. I don't even care if he's a leader or not. As long as he is alive, Russia should be nothing more than a pariah. As long as Russia chooses to be a dictatorship trying to take away Ukrainian land, and as long as Russia does not give back what they have taken under any other leader, even if it's Putin or anybody else, if they don't give it back, they should be seen as a pariah. They should be cut off. And I hope the world finds more renewable energy sources and cuts Russia off completely. Not another drop of oil to anybody. I love y'all. I pray for you all. I hope you take my message in the heart it's meant. And maybe you can take my artistic idea as to keeping the message alive for what Russia did to Ukraine. The Russian soldiers are wrong in what they're doing, but that does not mean they don't deserve a burial. Give them one. But don't make their burial something silent that nobody will ever remember what happened. Show in symbolism what they did before they died, so that the world will never forget. Love you. Thank you. Bye.